I pray all is well with you and your families. I pray you thank the Lord for waking you up this morning, because someone will not. Someone did not already. It's 6 o'clock a.m., here where I'm at. You all, let me tell you something. It's amazing how, as long as I'm doing a video about this is the day that the Lord has made and we shall rejoice and be glad in it, which is all true, and that's fine and dandy. People have issues when I go into warfare prayers. Hi. See, what you all fail to realize is when you're constantly attacked, ain't nothing cute about warfare. Nothing. There's nothing cute about war, period, right? There's casualties, sacrifices, casualties of war, spiritually or physically. What I've come to realize is that people think because I say that I have a ministry that mean I'm soft. I'm saved, not soft, okay? Saved, not soft. Saved, not soft. What does that mean? That means that if you keep messing with me, doing subtle attacks, you better believe eventually I'm going to correct you. It's amazing that everybody want to talk about the loving, kind, meek, patient Jesus, but yet Jesus even got angry. Hey, what does that mean? That means that anger is an emotion that the Lord allowed each and every last one of us to have. Be angry and sin not. You angry and you're praying, and what you begin to pray in the Spirit, which means what the Spirit has taken over, what your emotions, what your feelings, because you are endowed with the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit dwells within you. See, what I love is that people get to trying to, make their own assumptions, and, they need to be checking and making sure that their heart is right. They need to be making sure that they don't have any type of heart disease, again, what they festering in their heart. People always want to worry about everybody else, so they come out, hey, I pray for the Lord to tame my tongue. Hey, the power of God. People always trying to worry about everybody else's salvation as if they're just holier than thou, and they're self-righteous, and they just assume that they're going to heaven. How about this? You check your heart and your salvation, because if you're always judging other people, that says a lot about you. You see, here's what you all fail to realize. I'm a woman who can take correction. My parents have been doing it since I was a little kid, so I don't get upset about correction. I correct what they say wrong. I don't care if it's in church. I don't care if it's on a job. I don't care if it's where I live. Anytime I'm told that I need to correct something in a polite way, not in a way like I'm the boss, you do as I say, not as I'm the pastor, you do as I say, but yet you got a stank attitude. People with stank attitudes and have the audacity to think you're just supposed to listen to them freely, and they coming to you just nasty with an attitude and rude. One thing about people in leadership that irritates me, I hate bad leadership. I hate bad leadership. I hate bad leadership. The word hate, you want to know what that means? By hating bad leadership, leaders who are rude, inconsiderate, have no compassion, have no empathy, but have the audacity to try to train you on being compassionate and having empathy for people. Yet they have none for their own employees or their own church members. I really hate that. It's a whole true story. I have noticed this on every job that I've worked. You got some people with some stank attitudes in high places. I've noticed that every church I've gone to, you got people with some stank attitudes in high places. They think just because they've got a position that they can talk to other people any kind of way, treat them any kind of way, constantly attack them, and think they gonna constantly be quiet. See, here's what you all fail to realize. You keep beating a dog. What do a dog do? It attack you. Why? Because you sitting up here beating on somebody that ain't done nothing but try to do their best, and you constantly trying to beat them down at a time when they sitting up here. Abuse animals. All of y'all dog lovers out there. Like, many of you actually go to a dang on pound to find a dog that's been abused and y'all take it home, right? Because, y'all know that abused people, like, you got to be sensitive with them. Like, if you come out harsh at them and you constantly trying to be abusive, they're going to attack. You cannot sit up here and just be rude and mean to people and not have empathy for people. My thing is this. If you're going to teach it, my God, you better sit up there and live by it. I am over people teaching one thing, saying one thing, and then doing something different. I'm over it. I'm over it. You people make me sick. Like you make me vomit. I literally have vomited over situations like this because y'all are. Only God can help you. But the fact that, you people that always got something negative to say, but you never say anything nice. My God from Zion, everything I do not bad. Everything I do not wrong. It's so funny how y'all can point out where I make a mistake, but y'all can't never give me praises for what I've done right. And I do more right than I do wrong. And this is for everybody that I've ever encountered on every single job that I've ever had at every church that I've ever gone to. It's just amazing to me. Y'all can't give me the credit that is due to me. I am an excellent employee. I am an excellent servant of the Most High God. But do you people want to tell me this? No. Y'all want to say, oh, you need to fix this and fix that. Hold up. Why am I the one that got to fix everything, but you don't fix your stank attitude, huh? Why is it that I got to fix everything, but you don't fix the way you talk to people, the way you treat people? Also, everything everybody else's fault, but ain't nothing your fault. That's a lie from the pits of hell, and you stuck in pride. I don't care who you are, where you are. I'm just telling you. People that always come negative and then they wonder why your attitude changed. Oh, see, you ain't never said nothing nice to me, so why in the world? See, the difference between you and I is this. Regardless of how many times you sit up here and try to attack me subtly, what I tell people at every job, you got a boss. Don't you ever feel like you've made it because you've got a boss. I'm going to tell you something. At the church, you've got a boss, and it's God Almighty. What y'all fail to realize is, like, y'all think y'all getting away with stuff. Everything's documented. I'm a person, I will write out a whole complaint or a whole concern, and I'll send it to a boss. Because if I've tried to reason with you, and there's no reasoning, you've got a boss. It don't matter if it's on the job, or if I got to write a secret letter to the Most High God, a prayer. But I'm going to write it out. Believe that. Because I write it out. I type it out. Why? Because that gets results. Why? Because when there's a paper trail, can't nobody sit up here and say you lying. They can go back and they can read it for themselves. That's what I love about email. Everything can go back and be read. What I love about email, you can forward. What I love about this thing, see, because I'm a person, when I can see that there's something going on with me, I warn other people, like, please just, you got to forgive me at this moment. I'm trying to make sure I have everything in order. But what I hate is when people sit up here and take advantage of you when they know that you're just trying to have peace. They keep sending slick little texts, emails, whatever you want to call it, that they're sending. You know what I mean? Slick comments. You know what I mean? I cannot stand people that try to befriend you. First off, foremost, you're not my friend. First off, foremost, the same way you don't like me, I don't like you. Just because I love you with the love of God don't mean I like your stank attitude. Understand that part. And at the end of the day, whoever feel like this message is for them, so be it. Take it and correct yourself before you wreck yourself. You see, here's what I found out. In 2019, I was working at this financial institution. There was a black lady there who was my trainer, and she befriended me and act like she, was doing ministry and she was nice. And then when she realized that I was smart and that I caught on quick, and then I wound up being a store manager instead of an assistant manager, and I wound up running the store by myself, and it was successful. They sent her in to help me, and then she started giving out false loans, which came back where people weren't paying the loans, so it made me look bad. Although her signature was actually on the loans, it would be while I was out sitting up there giving out pens and business cards and things like that, and candy. Like, I really wouldn't even be in the store, but the fact that it was my store, it came back on me, right? Because I was a store manager. You know, those high positions, everything come back on you, regardless if it's your fault or not, right? So then the higher ups started, coming into the store and like, why are you behind? And I'm showing them like, do you realize this is not my name on this account? Do you realize that this is a such and such account and I'm not the one responsible for this? Did you realize that this is really not my fault? Now, understand I was a store manager, so I understood regardless it was my fault, which I couldn't understand it because they saw my name wasn't on there and they knew at that time I was out doing what I had to do in the field, but so be it, right? But it became so intense, I had to go to corporate. On the girl who did the false loans and also on the higher up, which no one admitted what they were doing, but here's what happened to the girl. She wound up losing her housing, wound up losing her car. Everything in her life just eventually went away. Trying to befriend somebody, but yet you're secretly jealous, right? Yeah, God see all of that. Try to set me up for failure. God see all of that. I don't have to do anything. All I got to do is send out emails or do whatever I need to do, make phone calls, do whatever I need to do to make people know and let them know that it is not me. It is not me. It is not me. Check your source. Check your people. Let's see who's truly at fault. The higher up that was constantly messing no longer works with the company, and she was a district manager. It does not pay to play with the people of God, is the moral of the story. I'm sorry I'm not stupid. I'm sorry I'm not ugly. But at the end of the day, this is the way God made me, so I'm unapologetic for that part. He made me bold. He made me courageous. And my God from Zion, I thank God he made me beautiful. I don't look like the hell that I've been through, which upsets many of you. I'm 43. I got a dead son. His birthday coming up. And I'm still alive. I still get up every day regardless of how hard it is. And all I ask is for a little respect and compassion and empathy. I don't ask for sympathy. I don't need your sympathy, and I sure in the heck don't have no pity party. It's just amazing how the same people that you pray for turn around and sit up here and act like your prayers didn't heal them and their family members. It's amazing. I'm a powerful prayer warrior. I'm not going to fight anybody. I'm not going to argue with anybody. I'm just going to send out emails, write out letters, do whatever I got to do. Because at the end of the day, you in the church, you got a boss. It's God. I'm going to write out my letter. I'm going to write out my prayer. People on different jobs, I write emails. I do. This is what I do to protect my job. Why? Well, see, here's the thing. I've got to live and I've got to pay my bills and I've got to fund my ministry. And I refuse to let anybody anywhere sit up there and come in between that. For what? Because I'm not stupid. Like when all you can do is point out negative. Like it's no longer constructive criticism. You're just a negative individual. And it makes me question that you deserve the position that you're in the church, on the job, wherever you're at. Because those are really the only two places people are. It's in business and church. You know what I mean? This is the issue with leadership. Bad leadership, bad attitudes. My God, you would think that many places would constantly have training on how to treat employees, how to treat other people, how to treat the people in the church. Y'all sit up here and act like your stank attitude don't affect everybody else. And then when they catch an attitude, you act like you don't know where it came from. Well, take a look in the mirror. Your stank attitude made my attitude change. Your stank attitude. Blame yourself, thank yourself, do that, whatever you need to do. But the moment you think I'm kissing butt, I'm not. Once again, you got a boss and we got a God. In the Korosu, you got a boss, we got a God. I'm business and church. This happens to me anytime I work somewhere, people don't think that I can see the little slick stuff that they do, right? Behind the scenes, like I know many of you done given out my social media information. So every time I get to a different trainer, this trainer got a stank attitude with me and don't even know me, and it stems from, another trainer who had a stank attitude. It's just amazing how all these people with stank attitudes seem to be a higher up somewhere, but then they forget that there's somebody over them. Like they be forgetting that they have a boss. I mean, I don't understand why people get so caught up in pride, like they don't have a boss that you can go to and report them to. It just makes no sense to me, because understand, you may see this red behind me, and I could have looked at it, and the anointing puts a target on me. I understand that. But see, what you fail to realize is, before you keep coming for me, and I'm actually doing my job and doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm serving the Lord, you better go to them people that are doing nothing, slacking, not even showing up. That's who you better go to. See, that's what I don't understand. Like, you got a person that's always showing up. Why would you sit up there and try to treat them bad? The person that actually shows up, that's the one you want to treat bad? How much sense does that make? The person that shows up is the one you want to treat bad. But people that don't never show up, don't never do their job, you're kind to? That don't make no sense, and you can't tell me it's because you see potential in me. No, you're messy, and you mad, and you're probably afraid that I'm going to take your position. See, what y'all fail to realize is, I'm not after nobody's position. Not on the job, not in the church. I'm not after your position. God gave me my own special mission. Wherever it takes me, it takes me. But the moment you think I'm after your position, that's when you sit up there and you think I'm a threat. And that's something you done conjured up in your own head, or you allowed somebody else to conjure up in your head. Unless you hear it come out of my mouth, all you hearing is hearsay. Understand that part. Like, I get people that sit up here and assume that I'm trying to apply for positions. I ain't applying for no position nowhere. Yes, I'm a leader, and I'm a good one. Everything I touch is blessed. God has blessed me. Anything I touch is blessed. God has given me patience to deal with people. God has given me a heart of love to deal with people. I always ask God to take this heart from me, because people always took advantage of me because I had a good heart. And he never took it from me. He told me just start saying no. Stop being a people pleaser. Start saying no. That word no saved my life. And then my daddy even told me, Rosina, there's a time where you just got to start saying no. My God. And I knew it wasn't nothing but the Lord, because, the Lord had told me, but he knew if I heard it from my daddy, who's full of wisdom, well, she'll listen to her daddy, because she know he's full of wisdom. Although I talked to my dad about different things, he told me don't quit my job. He said, just wait till they wean out all the keeps, all the bad. Don't quit. People try to sit up here and attack me and make me quit. They try to do subtle attacks behind the scenes to make me quit. Like Jesus. But I just thank God that they got a boss and I got the email. So in other words, this is not a threat, it's a promise. You keep messing with me, I'm going to go back to every email that I ever sent everywhere, to every other trainer, every other trainer, and I'm going to send it to the head boss, because you people are going to leave me alone. I got to pay my rent and I got to eat. Y'all go leave me alone. I don't care who you are, where you listening from, because I know you follow me on social media. I know you follow me on social media. So you better take the words that I am saying, and you better take them to heart, because I've got all the emails, and I will forward each and every last one of them, one by one, name by name. I am a good employee. I show up even when I don't even want to wake up. I'm good to customers, and I help them until I cannot. I don't take anything for granted. To have a job is a blessing. And if you think you're going to force me to quit, well, see, now it's time for me to go to your job, to your boss. And that's all it is to it. And I'm going to God in prayer. And I'm fasting and praying. All I asked was to bear with me throughout the month of March, because my son's birthday, April 1st. I told you that I was trying not to go into depression or have anxiety, and you still picked on me anyway. I sent you an email about this, and you showed no compassion, no empathy. It's okay. Although I prayed for you while you were out, it's okay. See, my thing about work, I go to work and I go home. I don't try to make friends. I do my job and then I'm done with it. And I do my job well. And when you haven't even been trained fully and yet you can do your job well, that speaks volumes. And it upsets people, because it shows that you know how to learn on your own, and then you also learn from your mistake. And then when you get corrected, you correct the mistake. You know what I hate about people is when they sit up here and tell you that you've done something wrong, but you weren't even told to do the right thing. Don't ever go to somebody talking about, well, you did this wrong. I wasn't even taught the right way to do it. I wasn't even taught the correct way to do it. How about you start your sentences with, I'm not sure how you were trained or how you were taught. This is in business and ministry. I don't know how you were trained or how you were taught, but this is the correct way to do it. Don't come and nobody talking about, well, you're doing this wrong. Hold up, do you even know how I was trained? It's just amazing how people think that their training facilities are just top notch when they're not. Business and ministry. Y'all be thinking that y'all training classes are top notch, and they're actually not. And then when you get told what's really going on in the training classes, the trainers get mad. But last time I checked, they became trainers for a reason, right? It wasn't to slack. It was to make sure that they did their job to the fullest, right? But it wasn't to sit up there and be mean or be police officers or do policing or be correction officers. It was literally to train them how to do the things the correct way, not sit up there and micromanage everything that they do. What I cannot stand is if you're gonna listen to me on anything and think you're gonna come and correct me, you better tell me about what I'm doing well as much as you want to talk about what I'm not doing well. But if you haven't given me enough time and enough training to really get to the gist of it and wean out all of my mistakes, don't come at me negative, period, because you did. I'm gonna say calm down. Don't come at me negative, period, because you didn't give me the proper time, nor the proper training. I hate when people think that, so they can talk to you any kind of way and treat you any kind of way. It's a shame that I have to repeat myself so much on this about bad leadership in business and in ministry. You people that think you're better than everybody else because you got a position, but you got a nasty, stank attitude. I truly pray that someday you'll look in the mirror and you'll take a look at yourself and you'll realize, my God, I really need to work on my attitude. Just because I have this position does not mean I have the right to sit up here and the abuse of power. The abuse of power. You people have this power trip, this power issue. You feel like because you got a title that you can treat other people any kind of way and get away with it, but you've got a boss. All I'm going to say is this. For all you leaders out there, the next time you go to someone that you're leading, first off, foremost, watch your tone, watch your attitude, watch your words. And if someone who you are leading come to you and ask you to bear with them during a hard time, I advise you to take those words to heart. Because I'm telling you, if you treat them badly, they're going to go to your boss because you've got a boss. It's just the whole truth. Because we all need our jobs right now. And I'm not quitting. My daddy told me not to quit. I'm not quitting. corrected everything that needed to be corrected. So now you're just harassing me. That's like workplace harassment. For what? We all know, you all know my religion. You know my faith. Heck, you see the color of my skin. I'm not ashamed to say that my last name Akinola and my daddy is from Africa. I'm not ashamed to tell you that, yeah, mental illness was a part of my life. So we got all these things. And then, I got to send, anytime you got to miss work, you got to send emails. You got to send proof of appointments. So once again, like I said, I've got every email that I've sent, even with it saying whatever it is that I need to get done, including with doctor's appointments. And then, like I said, I'll send each email one by one because I got proof of everything that I'm saying right now on this video because I need my job. So now you need to ask yourself, was I worth following and treating badly, knowing you need your job just as much as I need mine? I've seen this so much even in the church. People become ill. Family members get the dying off. And it's people who try to befriend me like I'm stupid. I got a discerning of spirits. They try to befriend me. And then all hell broke out in their homes. Touch not my anointed ones, do my prophets no harm. That means your words and everything. That means you're gossiping. That means you're assuming. But yeah, so it's amazing. Today is technically my off day, but I'm never off because there's some things that I got to get in order and get together because I've got to make sure that I'm not at fault on anything. But there's a paper trail. There's a trail. There's a trail. There's a trail. And I'm going to use it. Every single last bit of it. And we'll see what they get from the investigation. You all enjoy your day. All I asked for was peace. All I asked for was for you to be patient. But instead, you wanted to keep attacking. When me showing up for work and helping others is actually helping me through this hard time. But it's okay. I'm not even mad at you. I'm not mad at anyone. But just know, my God fights for me. This is not even towards a specific person. That's the joy of it. But if you're in that category, you're guilty as charged. Make no mistake about it. Righteous judgment. I don't do self-righteous judgment. You better know I've gone to the Lord in prayer about this before even going live. Just know that. Just know that. I hope y'all enjoy your day. And watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And ask for God to help you to control your temper. And if you need to go to anger management, like I've done, I suggest you do so. Because you better go to God. Don't try to come to me. And I'm telling you, if I get attacked, if there's any retaliation from this video on the job or in the church, you better believe this is documented as well.